How y'all doing? Major Slack here. Okay, what I want to do is give you a little taste of what it's like, with that, like what goes into the making of a Major Slack video. Okay, so this is me playing Dead Space 2. This, by the way, this commentary is dubbed. Okay, this is me practicing for Dead Space 2 Chapter 14, where you have to run the gauntlet through like a whole bunch of, you know, just a whole bunch of shit. So basically, this is what goes into, like, you know, practicing and working on a detailed strategy to, like, you know, how to do a chapter. Okay, so here I am entering this level here, and there's a puker coming around the corner here, and this puker, actually I don't do this in the final run. This puker has jinxed me for some reasons. I haven't been able to catch his barf every single time. I don't know what's going on with there, but that's a good way to take care of him. In the final run, I'm actually going to use the contact beam on him, because I don't know why he's jinxed me. And then I loot these lockers here, and now I'm working out this strategy where I want to use those two explosive canisters in the room to sabotage the Ubermorph, the regenerator, as some of you call him. Okay, so now I'm just running around collecting the goodies, and I got this idea to play the audio log while I'm running around collecting the goodies, because I want it to go down like that, you know, while I'm doing the walkthrough, right? So yeah, I think of these things, you know, plan everything. They don't play exactly the way I normally play. And now I'm setting up the trap for the Ubermorph. This had pretty much worked out. You just take these two explosive canisters you find in this room here, place them right in front of the door here. And the door, by the way, will only unlock when you place this guy's body in front of it. Okay, so I'm laying a depth mine there. That's the trap for the Ubermorph, and there's the body they have to put in front of the door. But as soon as you grab the body, the Ubermorph comes out. So there he comes and blows the trap, and that's it. And just toss the body over and in front of the door, and you're out of there before any more Necromorphs spawn in the area. So that's my way of taking care of that area. I pretty much had that worked out. Next part is where it gets a little tricky. I haven't quite worked this out yet. And this is going to take 2 or 3 tries before I finally figure out the best way to do it. This guy TK catch and throw his barf there, and I'm just like, this area here, what I want to do is rush in and then run out, lay a timed mine in, and then run out, and that usually takes care of what's going on in there. But I haven't quite figured out the timing on this perfectly, so we got away with it. And I'm like, you know, oh fuck, what do I do now? My plan's gonna work, so I panic, you know. And then I go, okay, let's go for it anyways. Go around here, see if I blew the timing there too. So now it's all screwed up, and I want to start over and see if I can try that again. Here we go, checkpoint restart. Okay, so I'm going to go in here, rush in, backpedal out quickly, lay down a time mine. If he comes out too fast, put him in stasis. I didn't have to do that, so that's my new plan now. Now rush around the corner, maybe grab that stasis canister. No, I haven't figured that out yet. I still haven't figured out that there's a stasis canister around the corner that I can use. I think I'll do that next time. Okay, so here we go. Run in, back out, lay a timed mine. Guy comes out, get him ready to stasis him just in case he rushes out. He's a learner. There's a stasis canister there I could use. Put him in stasis, but that blew too fast, so I can't get that guy. So now I have to use 2 timed mines, and that's not good enough for me. I want to get them both with 1 timed mine. So now I'm figuring, should I checkpoint restart, or should I be satisfied with 2 timed mines? Let's see what's happening here. And elevator's open. I think right over here I go. Now fuck it, I want to try it again. So here you go. Okay, so let's try it again. I want to do that area, that hallway, with just 2 timed mines. I know you can do it easily with 2 contact beams, but I can do it. Timed mines are cheaper, so I want to do it cheaper. I want to do that area with just 2 timed mines. Okay, here we go. Run in, back out, lay down a timed mine, get ready to put him stasis in case he comes out too fast. Didn't need to do that. Let's rush in. There's a stasis canister there. I'm trying to grab it, and then I realize this is possibly going too slow, but this might work. There he is there. Now that didn't work because he's in stasis over there. Still had to use 2 time mines. Didn't work. Now I'm determined. I want to get those two guys, those two slashers, with one timed mine. So let's try it again. Yeah, this is what goes into the making of a MajorSlack video. This is what I do. Play and replay until I get it right. And now, yeah, the Ubermore spawned behind me for some reason. I'm going to take care of him. This kind of took me by surprise. That's what happens when you do checkpoint restarts. Things don't play out exactly as you planned. Okay, so here we go. Lay it on timeline. Get ready to put him in stasis in case he comes out too fast. Rush in. Whoops, that stasis got blown. Canister got blown. Okay. Now I think I finally spotted that stasis canister around the corner. Now I realize if the timed mine goes off at first, this one here, it's going to blow that stasis canister, so I can't depend on it being there. So okay, so forget about the first one. Boom. Going again. He's a learner. Grab that stasis. Put him in stasis right there. Wait for the timed mine. And I think I got it. That other one was just about to spawn through the vent, so I think I blew it. Now I'm thinking, okay, did I get it? Maybe put on the Ripper or something while waiting for this elevator to come. And I got it. So was I satisfied with that? I don't remember. Anyways, we'll see. Yeah, I was. Okay, so that's procedure for that. Same with this area. I'm going to do a whole bunch of checkpoint restarts to figure out exactly the right way to do this. Now, grabbing the panel off here, I didn't realize you could just whip the panel at the fuse to open the door. It took me several tries to figure it out. So blow the Ubermorph there. Put those infectors in stasis. Use the time mine there. Put those slashes in stasis. But he got away. So this is all screwed up. Checkpoint restart. Ripping the new one just for the hell of it. It's pissing me off. Making me do a checkpoint restart. Putting my health bar in the yellow. Y'all get ripped up. Y'all get ripped a new one. Okay, here we go. Ding! Round 2. Trying it again. Trying to get the timing right. Get these 2 green boxes. Yum yum. Put the Ubermorph in stasis and do a timed mine. There he is. Stasis, timed mine. Ba-boom. This will make 2 infectors come out of the vent. I still haven't figured out, maybe I should, like, you know, put the infectors in stasis. Now I'm wondering, okay, can I park myself over here and maybe, like, you know, now I'm trapped in. So I'm turning into a debacle. Okay, so everyone's down, right? The door's open. Ubermore smacked me. Don't like that. Don't like getting hit. So this strategy's a wash. Checkpoint restart. Now I get the idea to aim my laser sight at the vent that the infectors come straight out of, to put them in stasis immediately, to maybe create a roadblock when the infectors come out. So I'm going to try this strategy here. This is all real time, by the way. I'm figuring this out on the fly. Warp, stasis, timed mine. Totally screwed that one up. Okay, so this is a wash. Got both those infectors with one time mine, that's good. Missed the slasher. This is gonna be too close, so I gotta run off to the side here. Say hello to the Ubermorph. How you doing there? And it's a wash. This is a wash, so checkpoint restart. Try it again. Now, time stasis, Ubermorph, timed mine. Aim right at the vent, Slack. I think I finally figured this out for the infectors. Slide over. Get the goodies. Grab the panel off. Like I said, I haven't figured out that you can use the panel to bust the fuse. That goes. Aim right at the vent now. Put it in stasis right away. Creates a roadblock for the second infector. Get them both with one timed mine. Now rush up and zap these guys with a Ripper. Be a lot faster. That's what I figured out. Bust the fuse. Don't wait for him, it's too close. Ba-boom. Didn't like it. Okay, gotta revise this strategy. After you take down the slashers with the Ripper, turn around immediately and put the Ubermorph in stasis again. Lay a timed mine on him. Ba-boom. And you're in the clear. So that's what I'm going to try this time. Yeah, this is what goes into making of a of a Major Slack video. Okay, here we go. Oh, we're getting fancy now, eh? Here comes the Ubermorph. Stasis. Timed mine. Ba-boom. He takes a beating. Aim right at the vent. Put this infector in stasis. Lay a timed mine. Creates a roadblock for the other infector. Put on the Ripper. Rush up. Take care of these slashes that spawn. Always spawn there. Rip them both up. As soon as they're both dead, turn around immediately. Put the Ubermorph in stasis. Timed mine. Now we're a fair distance away, so that's okay. But boom, he takes a hit, and that's it. We can bust the fuse slack, open the door, and we're in the clear. And that's that. So now I'm finally satisfied with this strategy, kind of, sort of. Then I figured out later on that you can rip the panel off and whip it at the fuse and break it from across the room. So then I invented a whole new strategy for dealing with enemies in this room, which is clear if you clear the other room, okay? And you'll see that in the final run. So now I'm working on a strategy to deal with this part here. Once again, it takes a couple checkpoint restarts to figure out a smooth strategy. Put that in stasis. You can just run right through those things without putting them in stasis, but I don't want to do that because for people who are not that experienced, that might be a little too difficult. So I don't want to be recommending that. Okay, so you just go through here, slide to the left, slide to the right. I got hit, didn't quite work out. What I'm trying to do is get that nest with a timed mine way at the back there, and I got hit with their heat-seeking blob, so I'm not satisfied with what I did here, so I'm going to do a checkpoint restart eventually. Scrap this run, and I'll probably get zapped. I think I was just fucking around and wondering what would happen if you run into those zappy things. And that's what happens. Okay, Slack. He's a learner. Okay, so here we go again. Checkpoint restart on the zero gravity part. The strategy is to put those two slamming door things into stasis, go through them. Then for the first laser light part, I don't know what to call those things, laser light part, go whipping right through the center one immediately because it should be out. See, so I'm going to whip right through the center one, veer hard left to avoid those two heat-seeking blobs, veer hard right immediately, avoid those two heat-seeking blobs, then lay a timed mine on the nest, veer hard right again to avoid more heat-seeking blobs. This pretty much works every time. So check to see if the nest is dead. It's dead indeed. Go through the center one, but I've revised this to go through the bottom ones because it's a lot safer to go through the bottom ones, especially if you're doing hardcore run. You don't want to screw up, so go through the bottom ones, take your time, and that's it. So I got this semiconductor, and I'm satisfied with that strategy, so that's a go. Remember that. Take a few notes, you know, like I write a few notes down and say, okay, do this, do this, do this, okay. And after that, the chapter's over. The rest is a cakewalk, it's just collecting goodies.
Fight it, Isaac. You can't fight it. You have to let it go.
I'll never see you again.
Isaac, stop it. There's no other way. You have to do this.
Nicole says hello. Grab those two boxes there. I think I forget this power node that's around the corner in the infrared room. What I like to call the infrared room. This power node room, this is a total crapshoot. As I said, I replay these levels over and over again, and sometimes you really luck out, eh? You get like 2 power nodes and a ruby semiconductor and all kinds of good goodies. And sometimes you get only 1 power node and some ripper blades, and that's it. So it's a total crapshoot. This time I got lucky. Got all kinds of goodies. Got the good load. Yeah, and here's where I forget the power node, just around the corner to the right, or to the left, I think. Ah, forgot the power node, Slack. I stopped to think. Did I forget something? Yeah. That's it. That's what happens when you get like really like, you know, working heavily. And here's the end of the chapter, by the way.
Convergence is almost.
There's a save station and a bench and a store.
Meet me at the marker.
Yeah, when you get working heavily on strategies, sometimes they forget about the pickups because, you know, you don't really care. At a certain point, you just don't give a damn. It's all about working out that perfect strategy. Okay, so that's that. That's all the practice that went into doing chapter 14. Now, here's my final run, okay? Here's kind of like a shot of the final run, like a practice final run. Obviously, this isn't with live commentary. That's a whole new dynamic. You know, once I figured out the strategy on how to do it, then I have to figure out how to add live commentary to the whole thing, because, you know, that changes everything. And if you believe that it's easy, try it for yourself. It's not. It's a whole new dynamic when you try to do gameplay videos with live commentary. It just changes the way you play completely. So here's the finished product, you know, like just like a practice run with no commentary. Okay, I'm doing this commentary is dubbed. And like I said, this puker I don't know, he jinxed me. So I'm just gonna take care of him with the contact beam. I don't know why that puker jinxed me. I have not had a lot of success catching his barf balls. I don't know why that particular puker gives me problems, but he does. So I've decided not to risk it, just use the contact beam on him. And grabbing the audio log and play that so that, you know, viewers won't be bored while I run around and loot the broom. That's my, you know, strategy here. Grab the power node. And as long as you stay away from the door, you won't trigger the Ubermorph to spawn. And now I'm going to lay the trap here using the explosive canisters. Right about there. Put the other explosive canister there, and then lay a det mine right next to it. When the Ubermorph comes out, ba-bow! He gets a big face full of blow up shit. And so let's trigger the Ubermorph, grab the body off the console, Ubermorph comes out, gets a face full of blow up shit, and just launch the body over to open the door immediately, and that way you don't have to face any more necromorphs that spawn in there if they hang out there too long after killing the Ubermorph. And this puker here, I do have confidence enough to catch his bark ball, so I catch it, whip it back at him. But I keep the contact beam equipped just in case I fuck up. Notice. Now I'm reloading everything because, you know, I want to get ready for the next room because I keep forgetting to reload. And here's the same strategy. Run in, run back out, lay down a time mine, get ready to put the slasher in stasis in case it comes out too fast. He doesn't. That's cool. Whoops, got nailed by a swarmer there a little bit. Grab the stasis canister, wait for the bolt to come out, lay a time mine, but boom, takes down the boat. So I took down that area with 2 time mines. And I've learned to turn around and face the opposite direction with the Ripper equipped just in case the Ubermorph spawns while waiting for the elevator, because this elevator takes a while. And then nothing happens, so I'm cleaning the clear. And now the next area I do it completely different. This is after a few more practice, like restarts, checkpoint restarts. Grab those goodies there, then rip the panel off, whip it right at the fuse to break the fuse and open the door right away. But that doesn't mean you don't get free and clear. All the monsters are in here. Use a contact beam alt fire to put everyone in stasis, then lay down a time mine. Craig got confused, I fumble fingered my controls. Lay down a time mine, put him in stasis. I'm going to do that a little smoother, but the effect was the same. Then grab the box and use that to whip at the Ubermorph just for laughs and lock him down. And then use the Ripper and rip him up. Do this just for shits and giggles. He gets knocked down by a green box. I love doing that. And that room is taken care of. I'm going to do that a little smoother. I'm not going to fumble finger the controls here. I opened the door and backed out. Ripper in hand just in case I screw up anything. And this part I pretty much smoothed out. I'm going to do exactly the way I did in the practice runs. Put the first door in stasis, go through. Put the second door in stasis, go through. And then go racing immediately through the center line. Here I screwed up and I put it in stasis too soon. So I have to wait until the door slowly cranks open. I'm wondering, should I race for that center one? Go now, it's like, okay, I decided to go for it and then veer hard right, or hard left to avoid the heat-seeking blobs, and veer hard right to avoid another batch of heat-seeking blobs. Come out in the center, lay a time mine on the nest way off in the distance there, and I'm not sure if I got it. check to see if I got it. It's wailing about, no more eating blobs. So that's good. Now I've learned to go through the bottom one because it's a lot safer. He's a learner. Got it stuck here a little bit. Up. Gonna wait till the bottom one fires and then go through it right after and make sure I got enough time. And we're home free. And that's that. And that's it. The rest is a cakewalk, as you saw earlier. It's just collecting goodies and going into the power node room, and you know, little cutscene with Nicole here and yada yada yada. So that's it. That's what goes into the making of a MajorSlack video. This isn't even adding live commentary yet. And as I said, that adds a whole new dynamic and changes a lot. So now I have to work on doing all that perfectly and adding live commentary to make it look, you know, like to make the finished product. So that's it. So I just thought I'd you know, lay this on you, show you what goes into making a MajorSlack video. Thank you all very much for watching, and we will now resume our regularly scheduled programming with Chapter 6 of Dead Space 2, and you'll see the final run with live commentary of Chapter 14 way a couple weeks yonder when I get around to that part of the walkthrough. Okay, so thanks a lot for watching, and if you thought this video was just a whole bunch of fun, don't forget to give the old Slackster a thumbs up. Alright. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I remember to get that power note there. He's a learner. Okay. Slack.